Just let me sleep. Just let me rest for a second. I just let me rest, okay? Just for a little bit. I just need a break. Please, just, okay? What? What? No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I know if I'm tired. I know my goddamn grandma is tired, okay? She in her 70s. Can you just wake me up when it's 20:30? Just wake me up when it's 20. Okay. I mean, if you want to talk about it, we could talk about it, but I am stressed. Oof. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so look, this year is in flames already, and we're only 1 week into it. Yes, I know. And it does still feel like 2020, but it is in fact a new year. It's kind of like on your birthday when people ask you, how does it feel to be 23? And you just like, girl, I just got here. I still feel 22. That's how it feels right now. But last year was horrible, and I felt like a lot of us were just feeling like, oh, when it's over, but it's not over. Actually, it's getting worse. And so we're like coming to reality of like, wow, okay, so this is just life. This isn't just 2020. Yeah, so I wanna kind of talk about how this new year is going so far, because I feel like a lot of people had a lot of hopes for this new year, and I'm not here to be a pessimist. I'm just here to be a realist, you know, but also be positive. Y'all know me. Oh, if you don't know me, I'm Tuh-reek Ali. Hi, nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying positive. I hope you're complimenting yourself and taking care of your mental health and eating your greens. Absolutely, and drinking your water, that's important. But yes, in this video, I wanna talk about how this new year is going so far. And I wrote a little bit about what I wanna talk about because I don't wanna go on a rant. This is kind of like a rant. Look, I didn't think about it too much, but I wanna talk about what's been happening in this new year so far and also the pressure of a new year, okay? So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. If you know me, this is supposed to be a real organic conversation. I'm just here to start the conversation. So as I speak about my experience and my thoughts, please leave your experience and your thoughts in the comments because you may resonate with someone who's watching. Y'all know I drink wine in all of my videos, so let me go make my drink and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're drinking cheap Pinot Grigio today. There's nothing new. There's nothing to see. Y'all, I will switch it up one day. I swear, it's just that when I usually come to do these videos, why am I bending down like this? Oof, that's why my back be hurting. But y'all know me, usually, I just wanna be comfortable, you know? And I'm comfortable with Pinot Grigio and a splash of Saint Germain. Girl, that is my drink. Okay, so let's talk about these crazy white people real quick. Now look, it happened yesterday.
Nearly 3 hours after his supporters stormed the Capitol, President Trump finally released a 1-minute-long video telling them to go home, but also making it clear how he really feels about the violent mob. He then justified their actions, saying these things happen when a sacred landslide election victory is so unceremoniously and viciously stripped away.
And I really wanted to come here and I wanted to have a conversation about it. I was just really angry. Oh, I don't want to cry. No, let me not get there yet. Or at all. But yeah, I want to talk about yesterday. First of all, before we get into the crazy white people, first of all, let me say before all of this, I know I have white supporters. Maybe not a lot, I don't really know. I don't keep up with all of that. I just know there are some white people that watch me. And I just want you to know, whenever I say things about white people, I am never attacking all white people. I am attacking whiteness. And whiteness can come from all different types of people. This ain't no attack on you, girl. If the shoe fits, that's the only reason you would be hurt, okay? A hit dog will holler. But look, I'm not here to affirm white people right now, okay? I'm just here to talk about my experience. Yesterday was the day that white people went to the US Capitol and they broke into the Capitol. They were breaking windows, they had guns, they had Trump flags, they had Confederate flags. It just looked like Jim Crow all over again. The only difference is the US Capitol hasn't been breached or taken over like that since the 1800s, according to what I saw on CNN. But I was gonna make a video about this yesterday, but honestly, I was too upset and I was too mad. And you know, a lot of people are confused. A lot of people are like, why are you upset? Like, you know, it's been like this your whole life. People have been racist, like this isn't nothing new. And I wasn't really necessarily upset. Like people saying it's white people's business. You know, it's white people fighting white people. It's the Trump people fighting the police officers. Let them handle that. That ain't your business. But it wasn't really that was making me mad. Like, yeah, let white people fight. I ain't got nothing to do with that, girl. That's white on white crime, girl. Y'all go deal with that. Y'all was yelling Blue Lives Matter. And next thing you know, look at y'all fighting blue lives. Girl, that's your business. That's not what I was upset about. And I don't want to cry when I talk about this. But I was really pissed and I was really mad and I was really shaken up because I We just couldn't do that. As a protester, as someone who has participated in so like many different types of protests when it comes to LGBTQ, when it comes to Black lives, when it comes to Black trans lives, it's just, I've seen the police do so much, and I've seen like us not be able to do simple shit like peacefully protest and just have a sign. We get like pushed and shoved, and people get arrested just for standing there and just for fucking chanting. And to just see these white protesters just be able to be this angry, like to be this like belligerent, to be this aggressive, to like have guns at the US Capitol, to break windows and get inside of the Capitol, and to like, I don't know, it's just, I was triggered because you want to believe that, you know, America has come a long way, and then it's like you're constantly reminded how you are not equal. Like, they were able to get not only inside of the Capitol, but that close to have a firearm. Like, and if you're from PG or DC, like, you know how hard it is to even be in certain places in DC, like alone, just standing there. But for them to get that close with weapons to the US Capitol, I just, and it was the audacity of the white people. It was the fact that they were not fearful. They have no fear. And ever since I was little, I would see a police officer and my stomach would drop and I would just be scared. And I'm not here to have like everybody be sad and triggered right now. That's really why I was just really upset yesterday. It's just because if that was Black people, there would be so many names that we would be calling in remembrance of their fight, and so many martyrs. And I just, it's exhausting to see white privilege every single day of my life. It's exhausting to see people feel so righteous and something that's so wrong, and I don't know. It just made me feel very small because, you know, you can feel, it doesn't matter how much money you have, where you are in life, to be a Black person in America and to see how much you don't have the opportunities of others or the privilege of others, it can make you sometimes feel limited. I don't have the answers to everything. And I know I usually have advice and positivity and affirmations for every single moment. But for this, this is something, you know, every Black person is dealing with it differently. You know, you may have been triggered, you may have not been triggered. And I don't have the answers to that. I just wanted to share my experience because I know a lot of you will resonate with that. And I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it, because yesterday I wanted to come on here and I wanted to do a full video talking about it, because y'all know that is what makes me different on YouTube or any platform, is I come here and I talk about things that people don't want to talk about. This is what it is, and this is how we moving on. And the truth is, I'm human and I don't have the move on part all the time. I just know that I'm working on how I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna just keep doing me. I'm not gonna let white people be the center of my life or define how I feel every single day. I'm tired of that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Now look, this year was starting off good. Georgia was having an election for the 2 seats in the Senate, okay? Now these 2 seats would determine who was in control of the Senate. Was it gonna be Democrats or Republicans? What happened was, let me get their names right, because I don't want to be wrong. John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock won. Okay, so one is a Black man, and this is a very big deal, okay, because he was the first Black senator in Georgia history and the first Black Democrat to be elected in the Senate in the South. Now, 2 Democrats won for the seats of the Senate in Georgia on the runoff elections, okay? So pretty much, look, if you don't even know what that meant, pretty much, girl, the Senate is Democratic, the House is Democratic, the White House is Democratic. So this pretty much means that they have to work together to make laws happen, okay? And since they are all a part of the same party, it'll be easier for bills to pass into laws because they're all on the same team. They want the same thing, okay? I'm saying all this to say that I was doing good. It was a good year. We were doing good. What? Yes. Thank you, Georgia. Georgia, you did great. We're proud of you. But then this happened, and then it just feels like, okay, we're back in 2020. And yeah, it just wasn't a good feeling. And the funny thing is I was already planning with my first video back on YouTube for 2021 was going to be like. I already knew what I was going to talk about. I wanted to talk about the pressure of the new year, and I wanted to talk about how we expect things to just be perfect when the new year comes around. I feel like people have this weird expectation that when the new year comes that we are supposed to be completely new people. It's like they wait for the first of the new year to make all of these goals for themselves that they could have made 2 weeks before that. Oh, it's the second day of the new year and you wake up and maybe you ate something bad and you're like, oh, I ate this and I'm on a diet and I'm not supposed to eat that. Now the rest of the year is going to be horrible. It's like, I don't know. People get really weird in these first couple of weeks of the new year. And they make all of these goals, like crazy goals. Like it's a new year and you're saying you want to be a millionaire this year. And that's not possible, but it's like you make all of these goals and then like a month later you're not working on those goals. So then you just like forget all about them. Like you ask somebody about their resolution in 2 months and see if they still remember them. But I'm saying all of this to say is that I feel like people have this expectation to be completely new people in the new year. And it adds so much pressure onto the pressure you already had in the year before, and I don't really think that's healthy. Now for me, it's been really helpful to just really focus on what I want right now. Like it's good to make goals for the future, but I also want to make sure that I'm making goals for what I want today, what I want for this week, what I want for next week, because if anything, 2020 taught us that we can plan for the future, but you never know what the future holds. I'm not here to be a pessimist, but I just feel like it's better if you just focus on what you want today and working to accomplish that right now. Like I said in my other video about self-doubt, like it's good to make short-term goals and long-term goals. It's good to know what you want right now and what you want 5 years from now, but a lot of people fail to realize that long-term goal isn't supposed to just sit there in a dusty folder. Like you're supposed to be making short-term goals right now to be working towards that long-term goal. Like if you want to be a millionaire, that's the long-term goal. That doesn't happen overnight. What can you be doing today overnight to reach that long-term goal later? Like those short-term goals are what make up the work that needs to be done to reach that long-term goal. Like long-term goals don't just happen on their own. Like, yeah, you can pray about it, child, and God will deliver if you put in your part as well, and your part is the short-term goals. And being persistent about it. Because last year was such a bad year, like I feel like a lot of people were just so excited for it to be over because they felt like when it was over, then I could start over, or I could have a new opportunity, or like, oh, we could just forget about that, like it never happened. 2020 is over, this is 2021. And they're like surprised when like things from last year go into this year. Like you surprised that bill that was due on December 31st, 2020, like it's still here on the 3rd of the 2021. Like girl, yeah, you still gotta pay that bill. And I wanna talk about that. Like I wanna talk about that pressure that you put on yourself for the new year. Like just because it's a new number, you feel like you have to be perfect. You feel like you have to make all of these goals. Like you kind of feel like last year was a test. Like you had all these different tests and you studied for them, and now you feel like a failure because of everything that didn't happen last year. 2020 ruined a lot of plans for a lot of people. Like the pandemic just changed the world, like changed the way we live, changed the way we socialize, changed the way we feel, changed the way we date, changed like every single thing. And just aside from that, I feel like a lot of people had a lot of goals last year, and because of the pandemic and the election, just everything that happened in life, your goals were like taken away from you and snatched from you. Not only your goals, but like things that you had planned, whether it was a wedding, whether it was you traveling somewhere, or you going to med school, or just whatever it was for you. It happened to millions of people, and I feel like because it all happened in 2020, we needed something to attach that hurt to. Usually in psychology, I forgot the term or the phrase that they use, but in psychology, when we have so much trauma with something, we usually try to attach that to something or someone, and we try to put that in a box and lock it away so that we can move on. Instead of dealing with it and realizing what you could learn from it, or it's compartmentalizing, and it's different for everyone, but I feel like a lot of people are doing that with 2020. They're taking these traumatic experiences and just sad experiences and trying to lock it with 2020 and like 2021 new year, we're gonna do great this year. I'm gonna get all of my accomplishments this year. And I feel like it's not even just this year. I feel like people do that every single year. Like you have all these goals for last year, and because you didn't reach them, you feel like a failure, and you feel like, you know, last year was a failure, and you feel like, okay, this new year is gonna be different. And I feel like that just adds so much pressure onto you that you already have. Like, come on, 2020 put a lot of pressure on us, and I feel like it's only making it worse when you feel like you've wiped the slate clean and now it's a clean slate and you have to start from scratch. Imagine if you worked on something for 5 years and somebody takes that all away from you and you gotta start from scratch. Like, it seems like a good concept, but wiping the slate clean, I feel like it adds a lot more pressure than people think. I rather, me personally, and I would encourage this to other people if it works for you, but I feel like instead of wiping the slate clean, we set it to the side, or we set it up, or we frame it or whatever, and we look at what happened. Now, what can I learn from that? Last year taught me that I won't know what will happen 2 months from now. I don't know what happens 2 weeks from now. I can plan, yes, it's good to have a plan, but it's always good to be resilient when things don't go your way, or when things don't go the way that you expected, because that's life. Like, a freaking meteor or something could hit the earth now and we all be dead. I mean, look, God forbid, hopefully not. But I don't know, that's what last year taught me, and that's just one example. But I just feel like instead of wiping the slate clean and adding all of that pressure into your life, it's better to just live with it, accept it, and learn from it. And though optimism is a good thing, like, it's good to think that this year is gonna be great, because it will be in many different ways, and it's gonna be bad in some moments as well. Like, you're not gonna have a perfect year. But I feel like when you wipe the slate clean and when you try to compartmentalize and you try to forget about all the things that you could have learned from, you're stopping yourself from growth. Like, you're stopping yourself from going to the next step. It's like, instead of this staircase, fuck this staircase, let me go to this one and start over. Like, you could just go to the next step. Like, yeah, this one may have been a steep and a long and a narrow, whatever type of step, but there's another one after that. Like, you're not done, you're still pushing. Like, you should be happy that you're still here. And I don't know how bad it is for you, but you're still here and you're still trying, and you trying alone is winning. Every day is another opportunity, but it's not a clean slate. You never wipe it clean, okay? Just because you say, I'm done with it, and ooh, I spilled my drink on me, child. I done spilled my drink on me, but look, we getting into it, we getting real passionate. Just because you wipe your hands of something doesn't make it disappear. I don't think it's healthy to wipe a slate clean and just forget about things. No, like, that happened, and that's what I learned from it, and I'm gonna move on. It's not about going to something new, it's about going to the next step. It's the same staircase, we just going a little higher. We gonna elevate and we gonna grow every step, and in every step of the way, we're gonna get better, we're gonna get higher, we're gonna get greater. And I feel like that's the direction and the mindset we need to go in this new year. Like, yes, make goals for yourself. That's always great. It's always great to have goals in life, but it's like, you weren't a failure because you didn't reach those goals last year. Like, it's a new day, okay? And you can get closer to that goal every single day. And if 2020 taught us anything at all, is that we can't focus on what we want in 3 months. Like, we can plan for it, yes. We need to focus on what we can do now for tomorrow, okay? We are taking it day by day, every single day, something closing, something opening. Just how we check in with the news, we need to check in with ourselves and think about what we want. What are we doing? How are we working towards that? And then when something changes, you adjust. Oh, you was going to the gym every day? Well, look, it just closed on Tuesday. Gyms are closed. Now what you gonna do? You gonna stop working out? You gonna stop caring about health? No, you're most likely gonna turn on TV in your living room and you're going to start doing workouts in your living room. You may not be as motivated, but you're gonna find a way to still do that. And I think 2020 really taught us how to not give up on our goals and not give up on our dreams, but to find a new way to get them and to find a new way to go in the same direction. And I just want us to embrace 2020. I just feel like it's very important. It taught us so much. It made us stronger, all of us. I don't care what age you are, 2020 made us stronger. And I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. I know I don't know you and it's gonna sound a little cheesy, but you're here, like, and you're feeling motivated right now, maybe in this moment, hopefully, and you see something for yourself in the future, and that means you have hope, you have ambition, and you have I'm proud of that. Now look, I spilled this wine on myself and I need to go clean it and I need to edit this video and I gotta do some other stuff. But I just wanted to say, cheers. Okay, you got your wine? Who has their wine or their water? For the non-21-year-olds in America. If you're in a different country, pick that wine up. I don't know, look, I don't know the laws. But listen, cheers to the New Year's and cheers to happiness, cheers to mental health. Emphasis on Black mental health lately. I know it's triggering and white privilege is exhausting. It's very exhausting. I'm also doing this toast for me, you know? Hate to censor myself, ugh. But look, it's been a little hard for me lately and I'm gonna share it soon on my channel, but mentally I've just been growing and those low moments just make the middle ground so much higher. So I'm just happy to be okay. And I'm hoping if you're not okay, you'll feel okay soon. And I can go on and on. Okay, look, I love you. I hope everybody has a great day. Please make sure you like, comment, and share, and you follow me on Instagram and TikTok now. Hey, I know I did a whole video dragging TikTok, girl. I gotta pay my bills, okay. But anyways, love you, toast, and yeah, have a great day.